Chapter.
Hey there everybody, it's Alex here from VG247.com, and I am here today to talk to you about Mario Golf Super Rush, the newest Mario sports game for the Nintendo Switch, out pretty soon, and I've been playing it for review. There's a written review on VG247.com if you'd rather read the in-depth thoughts, but I just wanted to do a quick video here where I just talk about some of what I think of this game after playing it for quite some time. Best thing about Mario Golf Super Rush is probably it just doesn't care about the basic rules of golf. Like the idea of not rushing, taking your time, waiting your turn, politeness, forget all that. Like, at some level, this is golf like it's injected with the frantic energy of Mario Kart, and I think that really works. For the record, there is still standard golf in here, but I think the real magic of the game is found in the modes where it really leans into the Mario elements. So there's a few modes like that to that end. Speed golf is one of them, and it's pretty simple, where rather than your score being the thing that matters, time taken is the thing that matters. So you want to finish each hole and the course as quickly as possible. How many strokes you take does matter a little bit, because each stroke also adds a slight penalty to your time, but it's really about how you manage your time, not only when you're shooting shots, but also between shots, because you actually have to run across the course and get to wherever the ball has landed. Now, you can even mess with your foes on that. You can sort of trigger special moves that will slow down their progress and things or knock them over. But really in speed golf, the focus is on you getting there as fast as you can rather than messing with your opponents. And there's trade-off considerations. So it's like, do you detour and grab some coins, which will let you use a special move sooner? Or do you prioritise getting to the ball as quickly as you can? And this even adds a broader meta to the whole course, because you might deliberately flunk a hole, picking up loads of coins, but then use the power-up that you got through doing that to blast down another hole ridiculously quickly. So the speed golf. And if that's more like Mario Kart racing, Battle Golf is more like Mario Kart Battle. It leans into the Mario Kart formula with power-ups and traditional Mario hazards to worry about. So we're not talking about the hazards like bunkers and water, we're talking about hazards like bombs. The main difference to speed golf is that as well as everybody playing on the same course at the same time, you're tackling every hole at once in whatever order you like in sort of a big arena. Now, each hole can only be sunk once, and it's the first player to reach a certain amount to win. So, for instance, you've got 9 holes out in front of you, there's 4 players, and it's the first player to sink 3 of them that gets the win. So it's almost like a golf battle royale. It's difficult to articulate just how thrilling it is when you're sort of on the green and you're putting for the same hole against another player, and the pressure is on, not only to get it right, but to get there first, because if you don't get there first, the hole simply disappears and you'll have to target another one to score. And it feels really good when you scoop a hole, and feels really frustrating, but in a good way, when someone scoops a hole on you. Now, like I said, in Battle Golf, there's further hazards, and the special moves are still there, and they can actually significantly change the flow of the game. Like, I've chipped a pin-perfect ball that has bounced off the flag, and then it's been blown off the green by a bomb, and I've had to basically start again. And there's nothing you can do about it but suck it up and carry on. It's part of the game, just like a blue shell in Mario Kart, although I haven't seen anything quite that unfair yet. It's chaos in the best possible way, and the same sort of energy that Mario has done so well with racing games, or with the sort of really crazy, busy co-op in New Super Mario Bros. Is really present here. I'd say that these modes are pretty brilliant, and they're sort of the lifeblood of the game. You know, while the traditional golf rules are available, if you really want straight golf, even if it's just for casual fun, I would recommend playing something like 2K's PGA Tour game on a lower difficulty with assists turned on. Mario Golf simplifies the basic acts of golf, like putting and driving, in a way that is inherently less deep and satisfying, but it's fine for if you've got lots of other stuff going on, so you don't register that simplification when you're juggling all the other factors that speed golf and battle golf throw in there. And further to that, the way that everybody plays all together at once really serves to make this a really frenetic and engaging online experience. And you can play offline, but I think split screen always dampens this stuff. But there's a depth here to the stamina management, to using special skills, and to the balance of the various character abilities. And this sort of thing was also true of Mario Tennis Aces, which had a really excellent online play and really excellent online community and meta. And I think The same is going to happen for Speed Golf and Battle Golf, and I think it's going to be something to behold, which is cool. Now, these modes are accessed through the most basic menu option in the world. It just says Play Golf. And you hit that, and then you pick your mode, and then you pick from a roster of Mario favourites, and then you play. The other large option on the main menu is something completely different though. It's the Golf Adventure mode. Now for years now, fans, including myself, have been chasing the return of these sorts of modes. A lot of us have very fond memories of the Game Boy and Game Boy Advance Mario sports games, some of which featured fully fledged role-playing game story modes where a protagonist character joined the weird sports leagues of the Mario universe. The Golf Adventure is basically that, though it never really reaches the heights of those games. Here's the basic pitch. Your Mii character joins a golf academy and works their way through the ranks. And the ranks are spread across several different course biomes. There's an overworld segment where you're walking around, plus of course there's the golf itself. You've got to consider equipment and stats as you level up and you gain experience with every round of golf, and there's plenty of characters to talk to out in the overworld. It ticks all the right boxes on paper, and yet I just find it to be sort of just fine. There's some sort of X factor that I can't even describe that just feels absent here. You know, the world and the story mode that's built inside it just feel a bit basic and sterile. The story mode actually, I think, feels noticeably lower quality than like the flashy Mario and Friends elements of the game. The overworld is really big and really pretty, and yet I feel absolutely nothing walking around it. Generally, I was just sort of following the red objective arrow that points me to the next bit of actual golf, actually. Once you're on the course, though, Adventure Mode's primary problem is, I think it takes too long for your character to actually get good at golf. If you start out in the Adventure Mode and then after 3 or 4 hours hop out to your first session of Battle Golf, playing as one of the famous Mario cast, I think you'll be really shocked by how much better and refined the proper Mario characters feel to play as, how much better their golfing feels. Now obviously, this is deliberate. Your character starts out weak, and as they level up, their skills improve, but I think there's a balance to be found here in not making the early stages of the game feel like a slog, and I think Super Rush undershoots that target significantly, especially with some of the weirder golf modes where you're dealing with, you know, various environmental hazards on the course, but you really won't have the skill or the power on your character to navigate those as easily as you can in the play golf mode. And these issues are a shame because the adventure mode has good ideas and makes great use of the game's core concepts, so traditional speed and battle golf are all given a chance to shine and are all properly introduced. And in some cases, new mechanics are actually layered on top. Like on a desert course, you have to manage your hydration level in story mode, which is basically a shortcut to adding another pressure where you can run out of resources and fail if you don't play carefully. And there's plenty to like in adventure golf. Like, it works great as a tutorial, and it gets there in terms of fun eventually. It just takes longer to do that than I'd like. But whereas I thought I'd be coming to this game for the story-driven adventure mode, the story mode actually proved to just be a bit of casual fun, and my real enjoyment that's kept me playing has come out of the core Mario Golf with the Mario characters, which those modes are brilliant. And I guess that's what sets it apart from the truly great Mario sports games. Like when I think back to the Mario Tennis game on the Game Boy, it had the best of both worlds, right? The story mode was incredible, and the sort of Mario Tennis bit was incredible. But you can't underestimate just how special those core modes are. It's the sort of arcadey sports experience that doesn't really happen anymore. Like most sports games now are simulations, so I'm glad to get another game that carries the spirit of older, arcadey, more silly sports games. The adventure mode shortcomings don't really dent that significantly enough to stop me from recommending Mario Golf Super Rush, but just don't go in expecting an all-time great sports story mode. If you go in just looking for a bit of fun and a great multiplayer game, you're going to have a blast though.